America, the home of the brave and land of the free. What if I told you that the decisions made here affect the lives of millions all around the world? This is a story about how I lived in the United States for almost a decade, and how the US election impacts people far beyond its borders. Before I share what it feels like to be a foreigner watching these events unfold, let me explain why you might want to hear this perspective, even if I'm not American. Throughout history, America has been a beacon of influence. It has fought in wars to defend freedom, it has shaped cultures worldwide, and today, it still represents hope and opportunity for millions. From music to movies, technology, politics, the US has shaped our world.
The Chinese name for America is 美国. That directly translates into English as beautiful country.
There's also a growing sense that what happens here can create ripple effects globally.
If Harris were to continue her leadership, many believe it could bring about policies that might feel somewhat frivolous, a U.S. that feels less grounded in traditional power but more concerned with appearance than substance.
And what if Trump wins again? While there may still be mean tweets, a second Trump term could look very different. Now, having faced a global pandemic and several personal life-threatening challenges, Trump seems in some ways more mature. Some believe he might bring jobs back from overseas, strengthening the American workforce.
But I want you to start building your plants in the United States. And he said, all right. And he actually did. He built one in Texas. He would have built a lot more, but we had a thing called, a change in the administration.
To some, this sounds like a promising shift to return to stability, a vision for progress. Others argue it could lead to isolation, but one thing is certain, it would be a very different 4 years than his first term. Furthermore, he will likely stop the wars going on right now. There will be less illegal immigration, which I hope happens. Because I left the US after a decade, let me tell you a story. Once, there was a kid who grew up in Nepal. He knew he would go to America one day, because it was a land of opportunity. Even when he was young, he used to write English words that he did not know when he saw the words in the billboards, so that he would gain mastery over the language. Fast forward to 2016, he got his visa to go to the US. After almost a year of waiting and preparation of all the documents, mind you, this is a different preparation than the one he had been doing all his life. So he went to the US, struggled a lot, had days where he had to eat a single McChicken throughout the day, and eventually he was able to graduate with a master's degree in computer science. But little did he know that all his struggles and hard work would not be rewarded, rather than him, who had followed all the rules, made himself better, learnt a lot. He would be treated worse than all the illegals entering the US, who were provided medical services and cell phones.
In the Bronx to get health insurance coverage, they get food, school supplies, free phones.
Questioning all his life and believing that his life was a lie, decided to move back to Nepal and lived his life the way he deemed fit. Yet why does he feel compelled to make a video about the US elections? Because he was born in Nepal, but made in America. He spent his late teens and early 20s there. His friends, his memories, everything lie there and does not seem right to you. See the place that has all his memories turned into Rome, just like in the ancient days. So what does this mean for you, whether you're an American or someone like me watching from across the world? The truth is, both leaders represent very different paths. Voting for Trump or Harris will create ripple effects, changing not just American lives, but potentially all our lives. As we approach what might be one of the most consequential elections of our lifetimes, the question is this: what change are you willing to live with? These choices are weighty, and the stakes are high.